Howdy, 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 my friends. Here we are back together again. Sorry I didn't make it this morning, but life, you make plans and God laughs, right? Isn't that how they say it? So yeah, man, it was a crazy day today. Um, I almost didn't do it tonight, but I was like, I got to get on there, I got to get back to it. So here we go. And tonight I want to talk about the Somalis. Yeah, why not, right? They're in the news. Everybody's talking about them. Why can't I talk about them? Well, I'm going to take a different track from everybody else. So hold on one second, guys. Looks good. Looks good. Looks good. Okay. So, yeah. Anyway, how's your guys' day? The weekend flew by, right? I mean, it feels like Friday. It really does. I mean, Jesus Christ. What is going on? Is it just me? Tell me if it's just me, folks. Okay. I can handle it. I'm a New Yorker. I can relate. Yeah. What the fuck is going on with the time? Are you guys experiencing time is sped up? That's what I'm curious about. Are you guys experiencing that? Or am I just out of my freaking mind? Could be that. I wouldn't doubt it. But yeah, man, everything is just flying by, man. It's like, what happened? When the hell did this start? I try to remember when the time sped up, and I'm like, when exactly was that? And I'm thinking it wasn't really until 2022 after COVID. Now call me whatever you want. Just don't call me late for dinner, right? That's how it goes, right? Yeah, euphemism. Um, so today, let me get back to the episode. The time thing, I'll do something on the time, maybe in the next couple days or so. But I want to talk about these people right here. These crazy, crazy people. It's ridiculous. I mean, you catch them doing all this fraud, and yet they make up a riot in Minneapolis so that they can take the attention away from the fraud. There's only one way that these Somalis got millions and millions of dollars for fake daycares, fake transportation companies, fake this, fake that. Look, if you saw Nick Shirley's piece, he went into a store and it was supposed to be a school. And the guy said, he admitted right there, he said, no school here, just my store. So that's fraud. And who has the connections to everybody, folks? Who has the connections? Well, I think you might be right. Ilyan Omar. she she's from that community and she got in our Congress, so she learned how to get around things. It just makes a lot of sense to me, you know? I mean, that's just how I feel. It's nothing bad. I mean, it doesn't seem right to me. Something seems off. So, why, you might ask, do the Somalis do this? Well, it's quite simple, really. They come from nothing. They've been scamming, I'm sorry, and conning people for years. Before this, when they were in Somalia, they were hijacking boats. Remember Captain Phillips? Let me see. I get Captain Phillips up here. Yeah. So, remember this? Now, I don't know if you guys remember this or not. The Captain Phillips was a really good movie before Tom Hanks became such you know, a-hole. But it was a good movie, and it told the truth about what the Somalis are about. And they're all about robbery, kidnapping, hijacking. So fraud, you know, I see it. I can see it. It's like a big billboard, people. How can we not see it? It's sitting right there in your freaking in front of your face. Oh boy, I don't know. I don't know, guys. Sometimes I just want to say, "Oh, I'm done," and be done with it. So back to this thing. Watch this. This is exactly how they operated. Just imagine this, folks, right? This was a container ship, right? But they've done it to cruise ships. They've done it to a lot of different people. It's nothing new, right? So this is what they do. This is how they get over on everybody. I see. Kind of dark there, huh? Me now being a Hollywood boy, right? You can see this is actually voiceovers right here. And you can tell, that's how badly done it is. I mean, guys, guys, look at the freaking boat. I mean, look. So you get the drift. This is what they were all about. Period. They're about stealing, robbing, hijacking, and kidnapping. It's terrible. But what are you going to do? I do want to play this for you. I don't know if you saw this or not, but everybody is rioting and protesting and saying that they are not arresting violent criminals. Well, I watched this today and I was like, no way. You need to come out there every day, or have your press secretary come out there every day and show these people who you're arresting. Watch this, guys. You're not going to fucking believe this.
Illegal aliens that, in many cases, these are all criminal illegal aliens that, in many cases, they're murderers, they're drug lords, drug dealers. They're the mentally insane. There's some of them who are brutal killers. They're mentally insane. They're killers, but they're insane. Illegal aliens that, in many cases, they're murderers. These are all criminal illegal aliens.
Okay, I've been away so long, I'm having issues, but I got it. Go ahead. Here we go, guys.
That, in many cases, they're murderers. They're drug lords, drug dealers. They're the mentally insane. There's some of them who are brutal killers. They're mentally insane. They're killers, but they're insane. These are just in Minnesota, California.
Insane killers.
It's worse. And nobody talks about the fact that $19 billion at a minimum is missing in Minnesota, given to a large degree by Somalians. They've taken it. Somalians, can you imagine? And they don't do it. A lot of very low IQ people, they don't do it. Other people work it out, and they get them money, and they go out and buy Mercedes-Benzes, and they come from here, they have no money.
On that note, let me show you something funny. Oh yeah, you're gonna die when you hear that one. Yeah, this is just for you, my friends.
What did you do with my car? Well, I put it down.
Ma'am, step back, please.
That's not yours. That's my Aventador. You see the keys? I pay cash for it. You can't just steal people's things because of a paper.
We have a seizure order signed by a federal judge. Both vehicles are evidence.
Evidence of what? Daycare business is good. Hey, what did you do with my car?
Daycare business is...
Ma'am, step back, please.
That's not yours. That's my Aventador. You see the keys? I pay cash for it. You can't just steal people's things because of a paper.
We have a seizure order signed by a federal judge. Both vehicles are evidence.
Evidence of what? Daycare business is good. Hey, what did you do?
Yeah, I bet the daycare business is good. Holy mackerel. There's a couple more out there. There's one where this guy was going in the airport. And according to TSA, they do this on a regular. They call ahead. They say, I'm bringing $2 million on the plane. They verify they got it out of a bank and, it's all legal. And then they just let him take it on. Maybe I'll show that to you tomorrow. But let me go back here. So
they never had money. They never had a life. They never had a government. They never had a country. Because there's basically no country. Somalia is not even a country. They don't have anything that resembles a country. These are all criminal, illegal aliens that, in many cases, they're murderers. They're drug lords, drug dealers. They're the mentally insane. There's some of them who are brutal killers. They're mentally insane. They're killers, but they're insane.
Now, This looks like it's been cut.
These are all criminal, illegal aliens that, in many cases, they're murderers, they're drug lords, drug dealers. They're the mentally insane. There's some of them who are brutal killers. They're mentally insane. They're killers, but they're insane. These are just in Minnesota, California. It's worse. And nobody talks about the fact that $19 billion at a minimum is missing in Minnesota, given to a large degree by Somalians. They've taken it. Somalians, can you imagine? And they don't do it. A lot of very low IQ people, they don't.
Hey, I don't know. Low IQ people, man. Oh my God. But that's it. That's out there. So I showed you now how they hijack. I reminded you about, hold on, let me get up to this next one. This is Phillips. Yeah, it's Phillips. So you've seen how they go about hijacking ships and stuff like this. Check this out. So here they come on their boats. They usually have 2 or 3 of them that are go fast. You know, they got 400s on the back. That's 1,200 horsepower. That's a lot. And this, by the way, folks, after the Captain Phillips real deal, the real one, they armed themselves. So that's what you're seeing now. And, you know, not every ship has guns. So these guys get away with a lot. I think they just got rid of a ship for like 5-10 million. So they're used to getting millions.
All the way up! All the way up!
Yeah. Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. These are the people, okay? Look, these are the people that are letting in our country. This is it right here. I don't got to show you anything else. This is Somalia. I'm sorry, I'm just checking my volume. Unbelievable. This is where they come from, okay?
Huge blast walls, barbed wire, and in some places they use uprooted tree roots as fencing. Look at this scene. It's like something out of a dystopian movie, except it's real life here.
In Mogadishu, there exist distinct guidelines for navigation. The city is segmented into various zones, regular areas where residents dwell, and the designated green zones. These green zones encompass government institutions, administrative offices, banks, essentially locations necessitating stringent security measures.
As long as we are in the green zone, you can feel safe. But despite this, there are very few people on the streets because only local residents or those who work with the government are allowed here. But as soon as we leave this zone, real life begins. Here, please. Here's an in this zone,
towards these areas because they are barred from entering based on specific regulations, creating a palpable sense of exclusion and division in the community. Such restrictions often foster a sense of unfairness and inequality. Are taken.
Look at this, folks. This is how they live. Like India almost, but India's got stuff going on for them. This is just, you know, forget about third world country. This is like, you know, maybe they're living in the 5th century. We know that, right? Crime is ridiculous in this place. And there was a war. And that's when Biden let all of these people in. And I don't have to say, do I have to tell you guys, honestly, really? These people are Muslim. Now, I'm not saying all Muslims are bad. I'm not doing that. But what I am saying is that we seem to get all the bad ones. It's not us either. It's not just the U.S. The same thing they're doing in Minneapolis, they're doing in France because they have a friend in Macron. They do it, in London, in England. I mean, have you seen the riots over there? They do it everywhere. Wherever they go, they bring chaos. And they're bringing it here too. This is a place that I wouldn't even think about going. Holy shit. What the hell is this? Wow. Wow. I mean, can you imagine yourself living here, guys? Jesus Christ. So that's who they are. That's where they come from, and that's what they do. Now, Nick Shirley, as you guys know, uncovered this, and they're trying to kill him now just to keep him quiet. But check this out. Play a little bit of this.
The Trump administration dispatched federal officers to Minnesota amid renewed concerns over fraud. The deployment comes after right-wing influencer Nick Shirley posted a video on YouTube last week claiming without proof that...
All right. I got to stop it right there. This is obviously a crazy news station. Without proof. Really? Isn't the proof that he went to all the daycares and no children were there? He wouldn't open the doors. Their windows are blacked out. And you can't, It's the Leering Center, not the Learning. They didn't even spell their company right. It should be Learning, not Leering Center. Holy shit. But yeah, this guy exposed everything.
Centers operated by Somali residents in Minneapolis had misappropriated more than $100 million. In response, FBI Director Kash Patel wrote on X his agency was already investigating and that, quote, this is just the tip of a very large iceberg. And Department of Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem posted this video yesterday of agents on the ground in Minneapolis. But state and city officials questioned Shirley's claims that come as the Somali community in Minneapolis was already facing the...
This guy is definitely biased. So let me set this up for you. If you didn't see Shirley's program, go ahead and type Nick Shirley, just like your girl. Excuse me. And watch his 2 videos on uncovering fraud. In it, you'll see this particular store. But they went to this location, to this address, because there's no daycare, right? It's a store. And this is listed as having what? I think it was, how many children? 90 maybe? I don't know. You got to watch this. But this is supposed to be a daycare. Homeland Security is there. It's a store. Fraud, period.
Administration's immigration crackdown. To break it all down, I'm joined by Jeff Meitrot of the Minnesota Star Tribune.
Oh, yeah. I don't care who you're joined by.
Jeff closed, and some turn him away when he...
Well, it's not investigative.
It is investigative reporting. These freaking legacy journalists are horrible.
Yeah.
First thing you learn when you go to journalism school, and I know because I went, is to remain impartial. I don't think they can do that. I really don't, folks. I mean, have you ever seen a group of people act like they act? Have you? I'm asking you a real question. Think about this. Why would Minnesota, the mayor, the governor, the police chief of Minneapolis, why wouldn't they go on their TVs and say, guys, go home. This is not good. You're going to all end up in prison. This is not worth it. And yeah, why doesn't the governor say, I mean, they are arresting violent criminals and you guys are protecting them. That's basically what's happening. Check this out. This is another one. Feeding Our Future scam. I'm just going to play a little bit of this.
Today, a judge handed down the longest sentence so far in the Feeding Our Future fraud scandal. Amazingly, It's not the only major development in court. Turns out the $250 million estimate is only a drop in the bucket to
$250 million. Hey, folks, you try to go into a bank and steal $20 and you will be in prison for a long time. But these fuckers can take millions. No problem.
What the fraud cost the taxpayers. Lou Ragoose lays it all out for us.
As the ringleader in a group that stole nearly 50.
Look at this. They all have one thing in common. No, not that. They're Somali.
$50 million, and the mastermind behind the plot to bribe a juror in his.
Look at the money they have. Look at this. Look at this shit. They come from nothing. I showed you. They come from a shitty place. And now they're over here. And they're all millionaires.
36-year-old Abdiaziz Farah is one of the most prolific fraudsters in the Feeding Our Future case.
Yeah, he's one of the worst for several factors.
Acting U.S. Attorney Joe Thompson says Farah was one of the very first people to begin defrauding taxpayers during the pandemic, recruiting others, and claiming to serve 18 million meals to children. At first, out of
18 million meals to children. 18 million. Well, that's the whole city of fucking Minneapolis, isn't it? Holy shit.
His tiny Empire Cuisine and Market in Shakopee, eventually making more absurd claims, such as serving kids in big open fields to the tune of nearly $50 million.
People in this case not only took tens of millions of dollars, but laundered much of it abroad and sent much of it to Kenya, among other things. They were building an entire apartment building in Nairobi.
The feds can't get back the.
Now remember, before they came here, they were hijacking ships. Cruise ships. They were taking the ships and ransoming them out to the people for millions and millions. They would hijack captains and put millions on his head. I'm not surprised by this. Are you? I mean, if you have any bit of intelligence, you can see what's happening. This is being buried with this protesting shit because all the mayor has to do is send the police out and then just stop it. Just stop it. It's not ICE's fault. Come on. ICE is going out there and arresting violent criminals. They're showing you. And these people, the lunatics, are out there protesting against the federal agents for arresting child molesters and killers and, kidnappers. And apist, put an R in front of it. Apist, put an R.
Cash Farah sent or the property he bought in Kenya, but they did seize 5 luxury cars and all the.
Oh my God, look at this. Look at this shit, man. Huh? Look at this. This is how they're living. Look how big the garage is. Let's just start there. These are all this guy's cars.
U.S. properties he bought, including lots on Prior Lake, where he planned to build a multi-million-dollar home. At his sentencing hearing, Farah apologized for trying to bribe one of his jurors, saying he panicked.
Bullshit.
But he said nothing of his role in the fraud scheme.
The sense I got was he's sorry he got caught.
Judge Nancy Brazel sentenced Farah to 28
That's
years
right.
in prison, the longest sentence so far among the pandemic meal fraud suspects.
What?
And afterwards, Thompson updated the scope of the overall loss of taxpayer money.
So the $50 million.
All right. So that lunatic, it's okay. You could call them lunatics, guys, just because we're in this ridiculous time right now. Call it like it is. Which one is this one?
This is the Cedar Riverside neighborhood.
Oh, okay. So I just showed you where they came from, right?
Minneapolis.
Somalia. Now I'm going to show you where they are. So they came from nothing. They come over here. They get millions of dollars in government grants. Who's in Congress? And for Minneapolis and the Somali people? Ilhan Omar. Otherwise, how would these people know how to do this, right? I'm telling you, man, it's crazy. And don't forget, these are the people who want to kill us, okay? I'm going to show you something at the very end here in a minute, and you're going to be like, what?
Do you feel more comfortable living under American law?
Listen
or do you feel
to this.
more comfortable living under Sharia law?
Sharia law. I'm a Muslim.
Then what the fuck are you doing over here, man? Go back and practice your Sharia law, which is, you remember the Taliban and ISIS, they cut heads off. Come on, man. You're out there protesting for these people.
I prefer Sharia law. Sharia law, yes.
You prefer Sharia law over American law?
Of course, yeah. Of course, yeah.
And do you find most of your friends...
Of course. Of course. This is some kind of weird, evil plot because it's going on all over the world. I don't know if they're doing fraud in other countries, but nothing like this. But they are actively building mosques. They are actively using this Sharia law. Sometimes in the neighborhoods they live in, they actually enact Sharia law in that little area.
I feel the same way?
Yeah, of course. If you're Muslim, yeah.
He can make his daughter marry somebody.
Yeah, he can. Yeah, he can. He has the authority,
The authority to do that.
Yeah, to do that. Yeah.
So here, how young do you think it's okay?
Yeah, 15.
Is it right to kill somebody who insults Muhammad?
15.
Yeah, because she is just she had the religion, I understand, but she shouldn't pick up the prophet,
So you understand why people would want to attack her?
Yeah.
If you had a choice, would you rather live here or would you rather live in the Muslim country?
I'd rather live in
Listen to this.
Muslim country with my people.
Would you prefer to live in America or prefer to live in Somalia?
For me, I think it's Somalia.
I would rather live in Somali.
I'm not Americanized. I just speak fluent, and I'm, you know what I mean. I'm articulate, and I can articulate what I'm trying to say. You know what I mean. That's about it. But other than that,
All black people, pay attention. Pay attention. We know what you're saying. Okay? We put that to bed. We know what you're saying. All right, bro? We know. We got it. And you don't have to say know what I'm saying anymore.
I mean, as far as my culture and my preferences and everything, it's still Somali. You know what I mean?
Even though here you have all the freedom and stuff like that.
And even though I have all the freedom,
Do you think life might be better in Somalia than here?
because now you have the freedom of it of practicing your religion while working and doing your other things.
All right, so these guys are all about
This is the Cedar
going
River
back to Somalia. So what's taking so long? Somebody needs to come forward, go through that neighborhood and offer free airline tickets and like $3,000. Since they want to go back so bad, it should be no problem, right? You should be able to do that. And this is what they live in now.
Do you feel more comfortable living under American law, or do you feel more comfortable to live in America, or prefer to live in Somalia?
Other than that, I mean, as far as my culture, you know what I mean?
Even though here.
I don't know, guys. I just get so freaking mad when I watch this stuff. I mean, it's chaos. Holy crap. I mean, what the fuck is going on, guys, huh? What is going on? I don't know. But that's all I got for you today. I'm going to see you right back here in the morning at 9 a.m. And tomorrow we're going to talk about Iran because I have a lot of really good clips that they are not showing on the news. And I'll give you the updated information. The latest is that the Ayatollah, fucking Ayatollah, the Ayatollah is in the bunker. He has left Tehran and he is in the bunker. Now, I hope this bunker is a little deeper than the nuclear program because we took that out, right? So if your bunker is that about as deep as that, then yeah. Oh yeah, man. You got a freaking problem for sure. For sure. Ay, ay, ay. I don't know, guys. It's crazy. So that's all. Just come back here and see me tomorrow. Goodbye.